Good morning students. Now we will start with the second part of the first unit of English, the world of colors. As I said earlier, now we will be studying a poem Paints by Elo Orleans. Let's read it. When I put yellow paint on red, the colors change to orange instead, and mixing blue and red I get a pretty shade of violet. Another trick that I have seen, yellow and blue turn into green. There's magic when my colors mix. It's fun to watch them doing tricks. Okay, now you all have done drawing and you know the primary colors, and when mixing them we get various other colors. This poem is about that only. The poet says that when he puts yellow paint on red, the colors change to orange. When you mix yellow and red, you get orange. And mixing blue and red, I get a pretty shade of violet. Blue plus red gives you violet. Another trick that I have seen, yellow and blue turn into green. Yellow plus blue gives you a shade of green. And in the end, the poet says that there's magic when my colors mix. It's fun to watch them doing tricks. When we mix different colors, you cannot just judge what shade you will be getting. So the poet also says that it's fun to watch them doing tricks. It's like when the colors mix, there is a kind of magic in it. Enjoyed the poem? Now the names of the colors we studied in paints are very easy. Red, green, blue, yellow, orange, violet. But all the names of colors are not so easy. Let's read about how Crayola crayons give the names to their crayons. It is very easy to name the colors in the poem Paints, but some other colors are not so easy to name. For example, the makers of Crayola crayons use many shades of brown. Look at some of the names for their brown crayons. Chocolate, dirt, beaver, copper, chestnut, raw umber, burnt umber. Now we all know how does chocolate brown look like. Dirt is like mud. Beaver is an animal and copper we know is a metal. Chestnut is a nut like walnut or hazelnut. Raw umber and burnt umber are actually clay or dust, and it's used for making paints. Now let's read about it. All of these names are things that have the brown color of the crayon. A beaver is a brown animal that lives near water and is known for building dams from trees that it cuts down with its teeth. Umber is a kind of clay. How do you think raw umber and burnt umber might be different? Well, we know that everything changes its color when it is burned. So you can see the difference from the pictures that the same product, umber, when it was raw, what kind of shade it looks, and when it is burnt, what kind of shade that burnt umber looks. Some color names are not things. How do you think? Razzle Dazzle Rose, Purple Pizazz, and Screamin Green were named. Now just imagine what would have inspired the makers of Crayola crayons to name the green Screamin Green. Well, we need to go and ask them. Now we use not only colors in the objects, but we use colors even in the languages. Let's read some example sentences that use the idiom once in a blue moon. Now, blue moon, it's a very rare occasion. So, what would be the meaning of once in a blue moon? It means very rarely. Let's read the examples. I only eat sweets once in a blue moon. I really try to take care of myself. It means that I eat sweets very rarely. The only part of the work I didn't like was once in a blue moon we would have to stay all night doing paperwork. That sometimes, rarely, they might have to stay all night doing paperwork. Once in a blue moon you might get lucky, but the best way to get what you want is to work hard. It means that sometimes, rarely you may get lucky, but the best way to get what you want is to work hard. Understood the meaning of once in a blue moon? Let's read another idiom. I hope you remember what we studied about idioms. Though idioms are phrases which say something but their meaning is something different. Next idiom is an easy one. Show true colors. अपने असली रंग दिखाना. We know it means that showing how you really are. Let's read the examples of sentences. When people are under stress, they show their true colors. Like you may be very calm and polite, but when you are under stress, you can't hold everything together. That's when you show how you really are. He seemed very loving before the wedding, but afterwards he began to show his true colors. Earlier, he was showing that he was very loving. He was faking it. But afterwards, he showed what he is really like. Your willingness to show your true colors proves you have nothing to hide. When you are willing to show your true colors, when you are willing to show how you really are, you have nothing to hide. Easy? Now the last one. Get the green light. Now in a traffic signal, when do you get a green light? What does green light mean? You know, it means that you can go ahead now. So getting the green light means that you get the permission. If you want to have a party, you will need to get the green light from both parents. You need to get permission from both parents. We have the green light now, so we can go build the stadium. They have got the permission, so they can build the stadium. I'm happy to say we have got the green light to go ahead with the sale. The person is happy that he has got the permission to go ahead with the sale. Now let's read some more interesting color idioms. First one is blackout. It means faint. When your energy is low and you feel like you will faint, what happens that everything else around you seems to get dark. So that's what is the meaning of blackout. Second one, born with a silver spoon in one's mouth. A person is not literally born with a silver spoon, but it means that from the time that he was born, the family was already rich. So it means that born into a rich family. Third one, catch red-handed. Red-handed means catching someone in the act of doing something wrong or illegal. It comes from like when you are actually killing someone and the blood is red. But now it's not only used for the act of murdering but doing something wrong or illegal. Catching red-handed. Next, golden opportunity. It means the perfect chance. There is no drawback or no loss in that opportunity. Next, out of the blue. Out of the blue, think of it like something, the sky is blue. So anything that comes from the sky, you will feel like it is unexpected. So out of the blue means unexpectedly. And last one, with flying colors. It means with distinction. We always pray that you pass your exams with flying colors. Now that's the end of Unit 1, The World of Colors. We studied the story about the quarreling colors, the poem Paints, and some fun facts about Crayola crayons. Now in today's homework, you have to write the idioms once with the meaning. That's all for the homework. In your classwork, you will have to write the meanings, question answers, and exercise about the quarreling colors and these idioms. That's all for the Unit 1. I hope you enjoyed it and you are comfortable with this method of online studying.